Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Today, I want to update you on the Fisherman's Cottage model, which I've been thinking about now for quite a while. You may recall, not only did I receive that from a mysterious person, but also a raft of supplementary information firmly placing it in the world of Miskatonic University and Lovecraftian cosmic horror, and setting the scene for how and why this artifact has been entrusted to me. And therefore, in that sense, this story has been entrusted to me as well. And I want to do it justice. And there's been one aspect of it that I've been puzzling over now for quite some time. So let's take a look. I've been thinking about this model and the image of the dream that it inspires in its unfortunate victims for quite a while now. And of course, there's going to be tentacles and unspeakable things emanating from the cave below the fisherman's cottage. But in the image, we can see cultists in an act of invocation or worship in the window. And the window on the model is quite small. It's recessed, and it's basically a chunk of ceramic. It's a difficult to access in that sense. And I've been thinking about how to replicate this moment in the model. And I think I want it to be backlit somehow, maybe with a slightly larger window if we compare the size of the windows. And this is what I've been racking my brains about, is how to achieve that without risking breaking the whole thing. Because if I want to put a light or some sort of light source in the side, that could mean cracking the whole thing open by accident. If I'm, for example, trying to bore a fairly large gauge hole up through the model, I'm not sure I want to do that. Perhaps the answer is to come in from the back, perhaps. Maybe turn this this sort of entryway into a switch, perhaps housing an aspect of the light. But again, I don't want to wreck the piece, because with it being ceramic, with it being not only quite hard, but also I from experience, I know that if you're trying to get into something like this, it can just shear in a moment, like glass, frankly. So that's basically where I'm at. I love the concept, and I really want to try and replicate this, but I'm still trying to just solve this mystery. Perhaps maybe something that could, maybe what I need to do is actually investigate exactly what sort of light I want to go in there, and that might give me a sense of the space options. So there you have it. How am I going to backlight that little scene? It's going to be a small window regardless, even if I am able to slightly open it up. I'm guessing the use of perhaps you can use hollow diamond tipped ceramic drill bits, which are used for punching holes, for example, through plates when you're making a cake stand. That sort of thing might be a good way to sort of burrow in and expand the window a little bit, then round it off, and then not round it off, square it off the rounded edges to make the window actually, and then obviously some sort of transparency in front of it with or maybe even little models of people inside the room, inside that space with the light behind it. So the effect, I'm sure, won't be super projecting. It won't be massively impactful, but it will, I'm hoping, give a sense of something happening in there. Maybe even a little flickering light actually would be best. But how to achieve that? I'm gonna start looking online. I'm gonna investigate this because as I say, I want to get it right. Maybe even if I can incorporate the activation mechanism, and also presumably a battery pack or battery, if it's a watch battery, for example, a battery housing into the structure as well, that would be good. And maybe something like the chimney pot is the switch. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. So I'm going to start investigating it. And I guess, what do you guys think? Any ideas would be very welcome at this stage. A little bit like the way I was able to integrate a scale lighthouse light into the lighthouse model, and have the roof that can open and close over the solar panels, so you're not breaking the lines and the immersion of the scenario, but you're still getting that functionality. If we can find something like that, that would be incredible. I've taken some time away from my art, painting and making for the past few months. I think I just got a little bit down about the prospect because art fairs weren't really going very well. But, and that is to say, the art fair I was choosing to go to again and again wasn't very well placed to get footfall. So I've come to the conclusion it wasn't my art; it was the art fair. And there's an Easter event occurring in Gateshead, which I'm going to be going to. So it'd be nice to have, if not have this done by then, certainly have a sense that I'm doing it, and also doing other art when I turn up there, and I'm showing the art that I've already produced. So yeah, any ideas would be very welcome, because I want to solve this problem, but I want to solve it in a really pleasing, integrated way, I think. Let's see what we can come up with. Until next time, though, do take care.